We need to talk about Selena Gomez, because things just got heated over what she said about the models she uses for her brand, Rare Beauty. People are saying her comments didn't sit right, and now she's catching serious backlash. Let's break down what everyone's been saying.
I think our conversation will change. If anything, we will double down on what we mean and how we don't use models. We use people that have felt, that they can be your best friend. I want something real.
So, Selena Gomez was interviewed by Fortune during their Most Powerful Women Summit, and the convo turned to Rare Beauty, her makeup line that's blown up for all the right reasons. The brand's all about mental health, confidence, and realness. And it's made huge waves in the beauty world by standing for something deeper than just another celeb makeup drop.
I think, if anything, and I'd like to mention, so many brands have been doing this. So it's not just us. I'm so grateful to see that there's incredible brands out there doing the same thing in their way, and it makes me really proud.
Rare Beauty built its name by being bold, inclusive, and focused on self-love. But then Selena said something on stage that instantly rubbed people the wrong way. Whatever she meant, it didn't quite land how she probably hoped. Here's the clip that started all the chaos.
Selena Gomez has said that she doesn't use models for her brand, Rare Beauty. Unfortunately, that's not true, because she very much does use models who are signed to modeling agencies and have done other things both inside the world of makeup and outside of it. So now she's just kind of inadvertently.
Now, to be fair, it's clear she was trying to push that real people, real beauty message that Rare Beauty is all about. She wanted to make it clear that the brand isn't chasing some impossible supermodel image.
Offended those she's hired to model her product. And I think a lot of this boils down to phrasing. What she meant to say maybe was, we don't hire conventionally attractive models, which still kind of sounds bad, but at least we get the point across that these people aren't high society, high fashion models, because those types of people are very rare.
It's about embracing what makes you different and finding beauty in that. She even mentioned that this shift isn't just about her brand, but something that's happening all across the beauty industry. Still, fans didn't let it slide. Many thought she came off like she was shading her own models. Some people think it was just a misunderstanding, but others, especially professional models who've worked with Rare Beauty, felt kinda disrespected. They felt like she unintentionally dismissed them, even though they were chosen, because they do represent that authentic, diverse energy the brand is famous for. Now everyone's debating, was Selena being misunderstood, or did she really throw shade at her own team? So everyone started asking the same thing. If she says they don't use models, then what are they supposed to be? That question alone had people going off online. Like, if Selena's saying Rare Beauty doesn't use models, how are the actual models in her campaign supposed to feel about that? It instantly stirred the pot, with some accusing Selena of trying too hard to be different, almost like she was pulling a pick-me move by saying, we don't use models, as if that made her brand more authentic or better than others. A lot of people didn't vibe with that at all. They felt like her words kind of dismissed the hard work of those who do model for her brand. And at the same time, it made the Rare Beauty models themselves feel like they weren't being appreciated. One TikTok user even broke it down perfectly, saying, I think the message is we don't use recognizable models. We use everyday people so that anyone can picture themselves using the products. It's supposed to be for everyone, not just celebrities. But that explanation didn't calm everyone down. Some professional models took it as a straight-up invalidation of their careers. They felt like Selena was saying they weren't real models just because they don't match the stereotypical high fashion standard. The whole thing blew up into a full-on debate. Then things got even more emotional when one model, who's been working with Rare Beauty since 2024, spoke to the US Sun and opened up about how deeply the comments hurt her. She said, I actually cried when I heard Selena's comments. The model explained that she was already having a rough day and feeling super emotional, and seeing that clip just broke her down even more. She said, I was already nervous about my career, and then I saw that video where it sounded like she was saying, I'm not even a real model. It hit me so hard. I thought working with Rare Beauty was my big break, and now it feels like the founder doesn't even see me as legit. That's a huge deal. Like, imagine landing a modeling gig with Selena Gomez's brand that's sold in Sephora. That's massive for any model trying to build their resume and career. You'd be over the moon thinking, this is it, this is my big break. But then to hear the founder herself say they don't use real models, of course that's gonna sting. You'd be sitting there thinking, wait, you hired me because I don't look like a model? That would crush anyone's confidence. People online wasted no time dragging Selena for that comment. TikTok blew up with reactions, and some of them were brutal. One person made a post saying, POV, you're a little chopped and realize you can become a rare beauty model now? Another joked, POV, my agent just booked me for rare beauty. I was so hyped until Selena said, I'm not a model, and basically called me chopped. Someone else added, POV, you're an aspiring model who just got signed, booked your first big campaign with a global brand like Rare Beauty, and you're proud as ever. Then the founder goes on stage and says, we don't use models, we hire uglies chopped. The tone online got messy fast. People were turning her words into memes and sarcasm, and the situation spiraled from a misunderstanding into a full-blown viral moment. But not everyone jumped on the hate train. Some came to Selena's defense. A few fans said the outrage was overblown and that people twisted her words way too much. One user explained, I know exactly what Selena meant when she said she doesn't use models. She obviously meant she doesn't use supermodels. You know, the ones that push unrealistic beauty standards. She's trying to promote natural, everyday beauty instead. So while some felt hurt and dismissed, others insisted Selena's heart was in the right place. Still, that one quote set off a whole storm online, and now everyone's debating whether it was just bad wording or something deeper about how beauty standards are being redefined today. Okay, so it's pretty clear what Selena was trying to say. She wanted people to know that her rare beauty campaigns feature everyday people, not just runway models. Her goal was to show that beauty isn't about chasing some impossible, airbrushed ideal. It's about real faces and real stories. But the way she phrased it, yeah. That didn't land the way she probably hoped, and fans weren't exactly thrilled about it. Still, Selena doesn't seem too shaken by all the online drama. Instead of firing back, she's been focusing on celebrating her brand and everything it stands for. Just this week, she took to Instagram to highlight a massive win for the Rare Impact Fund, writing, last night's Rare Impact Fund benefit reminded us how far we've come.
Selena Gomez sat on that panel and said, the reason we go for more commercial looking models is because it makes our brand more approachable. And you have people across Twitter and TikTok coming online to say, she's calling us chopped. She's calling us high class models or high fashion models chopped. If that's what you got from what she said, then maybe you are chopped. Maybe you are chopped because that's how you're feeling. You're projecting the feelings of being chopped.
What began 5 years ago as a dream to make mental health resources more accessible for young people has grown into a global community of organizations.
Onto what she said, when what she said was, we just go for more commercial looking like models. You guys forget that they're high fashion models and they're more commercial models. The models that do the catalog magazines. That is what that girl is saying. I'm sorry, like, she is a Disney graduate. Her words are not the best, but literally, if you have a brain cell, at least one or two to rub together, you could come to a better conclusion than she's calling you.
Leaders and supporters changing lives every single day. She went on to share that the Rare Impact Fund now supports 30 nonprofit organizations around the world. Everything from crisis centers and school programs to community spaces where young people can connect and heal together. She ended her post with, to everyone who believed in this mission, shared your story, or simply cared, thank you. Together, we're creating a world where every young person gets the mental health support they deserve. To say my heart is full is a complete understatement. Even though she's celebrating something so positive, fans noticed her comments were still limited on all her posts. She's explained before that she keeps them that way for her mental health, and honestly, that makes total sense. Especially this week, when Twitter was buzzing again after a new music video dropped featuring one of her older songs. People were quick to talk about everything, from her look to her lyrics, and it's no wonder she's trying to keep some peace online while focusing on what matters most, her message and her mission. So Selena dropped a new music video recently, something her fans were super hyped about. But things took a turn when a few unflattering screenshots started circulating online, sparking another round of harsh comments. Out of nowhere, Grimes jumped in on X, formerly Twitter, to defend Selena against some pretty cruel remarks that were being spread about her looks. It all started when someone posted, "How come in South Korea, every woman with an extra 5K can get effortless ification surgery on demand, but in the US, you have millionaire celebrities going under the knife with a 50-50 chance they'll come out looking like an X-Files monster of the week?" The post blew up fast, and it didn't sit right with Grimes at all. She clapped back hard, saying she was seriously disturbed by the way people were talking about Selena.
If anything, we will double down on what we mean and how we don't use models. We use people that have felt, that they can be your best friend. I want something real. I think if any.
And honestly, that hit deep. Grimes wrapped up by pointing out something that got everyone thinking. This might barely be the second generation of women actually allowed to be over 30 in entertainment, if you can even count the first generation as anything more than a few exceptions. It was a powerful moment. Grimes standing up publicly for Selena and shining a light on how toxic beauty standards and online hate can still tear down even the most successful women in the industry. After all that chaos online, Selena has mostly stayed quiet, but her silence is speaking volumes. Fans are split right now. Some say she's just choosing peace, while others think she's avoiding taking accountability. Either way, the internet hasn't stopped talking about her. People have been dissecting every post she's made since the interview, looking for hidden meanings or clues about how she really feels. Some notice she's been reposting more uplifting messages and mental health quotes lately, which fans think is her way of trying to shift the focus back to positivity. Others, though, are calling it damage control and saying she's trying to move past the drama without actually addressing it. And let's be real, this isn't the first time Selena's words have caused an uproar. She's been through the public fire before and always seems to bounce back stronger. Fans are pointing out that this is part of why people connect with her so much, because she's not perfect, and she's open about learning and growing. Still, others think she's got to be more careful now that her brand represents something bigger than just herself. Earlier this week, she shared a black and white selfie with the caption, "Grace under pressure." That line alone sent fans into detective mode. The comments section was filled with theories, some saying she was shading her critics, others insisting it was just her way of moving forward without feeding the negativity. Either way, the timing had everyone talking again. At the same time, Rare Beauty's team has been keeping things professional and steady. They dropped a new campaign featuring real customers sharing their personal stories, and the feedback was overwhelmingly positive. People praised the brand for staying authentic, showing that its message about mental health and inclusivity still hits hard despite the controversy. But of course, the internet had mixed feelings. Some users said this was Selena's way of proving a point without saying a word, while others accused her of trying too hard to clean up her image. One comment that went viral said, "She's not ignoring it, she's marketing through it." That one comment alone got thousands of likes. And just when everyone thought the topic was dying down, a podcast host brought it up again, saying the whole situation showed how social media can twist good intentions into something messy. The host said, "Selena's message wasn't bad, it was just badly phrased." But online, people don't give grace anymore. They want a headline, not context. Grimes didn't hold back at all. She straight up called out the cruelty, saying, "It should not be okay to do high school level bullying online. Accounts should be suspended for body shaming and mass hate." She added that what's most disturbing is how people are spreading things that aren't even true, saying, "If you actually watch the video, Selena looks amazing." I don't even follow celebrity stuff, but this kind of behavior online is toxic. It's culture death. It doesn't just hurt Selena or the person posting it, it poisons everyone who sees it and joins in on that level of dehumanization. But then things took another turn, because people online started calling out Grimes herself. They were like, "If you hate how bad the internet's gotten, maybe tell your baby daddy, Elon Musk, to fix it." That sparked a whole new round of debate. Some people dragged her for not doing more to push change on X, while others said that, regardless of who runs the platform, what Grimes said about online cruelty was 100% right. Meanwhile, others circled back to Selena, saying they completely understand why she keeps her comments limited. After seeing how far people will go to tear someone down, it's no wonder she protects her peace. Between her viral comments about models, all the backlash that followed, and Grimes stepping in to defend her, it's been one wild week for Selena Gomez. So at the end of it all, what do you think? Was Selena just misunderstood, or did her words hit the wrong note? And do you agree with Grimes about how toxic social media has become? Because honestly, this whole situation says a lot about how quick people are to judge without thinking about the impact. If you made it this far, you already know what to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment with your thoughts below. I want to hear what you really think about this whole mess. Thanks for watching, take care of your mind, and I'll catch you in the next video.